Hello everyone, nubkeks here, welcome back to Nub Raids, and today we are on the test server to check out the brand new fusion Tholin Foulbeard. He's been, for whatever reason, under an embargo this whole time. We can finally actually show him in game. I don't know, people were speculating, like, is he, I don't know, is he a content creator or something? Like, why is this guy being hidden for so long? And the answer is, I don't know. I don't know. I think just to randomly hype him up. Now, here's something that will hype you up, especially if you're a new player. They have never done this before, but obviously this champion is available as the fusion right now. So if you're an existing player, you have to do an awful lot of work over the next 2 or 3 weeks to get this champion. And actually, it should be today that the fusion actually begins. And I should be probably a little bit after this video, I'm guessing, we'll be bringing you out the fusion guide where I'll walk you through the different events and what to do and what to watch out for every different day of the fusion. It's a big job to do it. Well, if you're a new player, you can get them just for free, just like that, with the Demon Slayer promo code. So there you are. What is a new player? Typically, this is a new account within I think it's the first 24 or 48, maybe, hours? Possibly the first 24 hours. I'm not 100% sure. We have a full list of the promo codes on hellhades.com. I'm not 100% sure if I would recommend this one. They've added a lot of champions recently. We'll see how he does. Let me know at the end of this video. Would you recommend him to new players? Let us know in the comments when you watch this video. I'm not sure. You now have Tuhanarak is there. Sun Wukong. I think that they're exclusive promo codes. You can only use one. There's Supreme Galek in there as well. There's a bunch of really good champions. Is he worth picking? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Take a look at his kit, and then let's show him in action. So, he has 30% in all battles, good aura. His main AoE on cooldown is Rabid Fury. It's 3 turns when booked. It's a double hitter. Before attacking, self-buffs him with increased attack, which is great. His damage is based off of attack, so you nearly always want to have that increased attack buff. It's 50% more damage, really good. For each critical hit landed on the first hit, increases the damage of the second hit by 10%, and then it ignores unkillable and shield buffs. His A2 is a double hitter, 3-turn cooldown when booked. Each hit ignores 25% defense, and if they're from the Corrupted Alliance, if they're a boss or they are a minion, it will ignore 50% defense instead. That is huge. So you can even, not probably in the first month, but by the time you're a little bit more towards mid-game and late game, you're going to be building your damage dealers in Savage, then Lethal, and ultimately Merciless. But Savage, right, is 25% ignore defense. You then give him the Helm Smasher Mastery, which is, of course, a chance to ignore a further 25%. And then if you're ignoring 50% on his A2, congrats, you've just hit 100% ignore defense. The more ignore defense you have, the better it is, because their defense sort of peters off in value the more that you get. It's more effective the less defense you have, essentially. But yeah, long story short, this should hit incredibly hard. This should be a big single target hit. Each hit also decreases the target's attack by 5% up to 25% and increases his attack by 5% up to 50%. So in theory, if we land the full 2 hits, now he won't if he kills an enemy. He won't do the second hit, but it should take approximately 5 uses of this skill to get the 50% attack, and it should take 3 uses to fully stack the decreased attack, which is cool. It's not quite as strong as like Ninja, who can get up to 100% attack, but it's better than most champions who can't increase their attack at all. So this gives them some long-term power in things like clan bosses, which is cool. Then Demon Breaker, his default skill is an AoE attack. Before attacking, he has a 25 that books to 50% chance of placing Weaken for 2 turns. He has a 50 going to 75% chance of placing Weaken if the target is from the Corrupted Alliance, is a boss, or is a minion. And it cannot be resisted if they're corrupted, bosses, or minions. And he does as well get an extra turn if he places Weaken on all enemies with this skill, which is pretty cool. Then he's got a passive. He activates Demon Breaker every 5th turn he takes. That is the A1. So every 5 turns, he gets a free AoE. And then enemies from Corrupted, bosses, and minions cannot land critical hits on this champion, which is going to up his survivability. So let's see him, first of all, in Hydra Clan Boss, right? Lots of AoE damage. And what I've done, this is the team I normally use on brutal or hard. Yeah, let's slap him into hard so we can see it a bit more, just to see some of this raw damage. right? I actually use this team now on hard difficulty. Now my Trundle team works on Nightmare. And that's a story for another video, eh? But let's see how much damage he's going to do. He should ramp up significantly over the course of the fight. I normally run this team with Thor in place. They both have the same aura. So it should be a relatively good comparison. Now, a couple of things to note. Thor also self-buffs increase attack, so they're very similar. And Thor has tons of AoEs, right? And Thor is one of the top damage fusions we've ever had. And one of, I think he was the most popular fusion last year. Does Tholan compare? How do they compare? Let's see. Big damage from his A2. Woo-wee. That's quite a lot. It's a pity he didn't hit a decapitated head. We'll wait and see if we can get back to that and see how it goes. But yeah, Thor, a couple of things. Thor does bring AoE decreased speed. We already have that with Krisk, but it's not quite reliable. So that's a slight advantage Thor does have in this team composition, okay? I've run the same gear on them, or basically the exact same gear. Tholan, one thing we're not seeing the advantage of in this comparison is his weaken, or at least not much, because we do have Venus, who's bringing us AoE decreased defense, and weaken. So we're not really going to see him ever take an extra turn. He's never going to place weaken on everybody because Venus should have placed weaken already most of the time. So we're not going to see him get too many extra turns. But that is something to note. Weaken is 25% more damage. That's a lot more damage, right? If you don't have weaken in your team, it's a really, really big deal to get that buff in there. There he's going in with his AoE. I think he didn't actually get too many crits there, so it wasn't so good. And hopefully we're not going to get the boss actually getting a turn here. Oh, we might, and unfortunately we've got some of these out. Oh, yeah, okay. We're going to get a cleanse as well. Unfortunately, this has not worked so well. We're getting slammed around a bit. I don't have relics on the test server, so that was one concern. I did, one of the runs I did testing this did fail early. I think they only made it to, I don't know, 800 turns or something total. And I was like, that's unusual. This team is perfectly fine on the live server, but without relics here on the test server, it's clearly the speed tune's gone a little bit wonky. Maybe I've switched some gear on people as well. It's possible. I mean, we're getting through just fine, but yeah. Let's see. He should have ramped up his damage fairly well now. So we can see his AoE against a decapitated head, and it was a tanky one. He's hitting for about 500,000 per hit. And yeah, I want to see what he's going to do against a boss. Let's actually directly target a decapitated head so that we can see. Hopefully his A2 should be ready. It should be, really. Oh, he actually killed... Wait, how did he kill himself? Wait, how did he kill himself there? I don't know. He's killed himself anyway. Okay. Oh, we're going to actually see his A1. Oh, he got an extra turn right there. You see that? We did get the extra turn. Okay, I want to see his A2. We have a decapitated head. Let's go 1 time speed. Here we go. Back to the abyss. Ooh, 1.2 million, 1.3. That's pretty nice. That's a heck of a lot of damage right there. It's a heck of a lot of damage. Right, we'll peace out here because this run is apparently falling apart a little bit. But I'll show you the tests I did. But we can see he's pretty similar to Atharion's damage. Now, that gap will widen a little bit as the run goes on. But more importantly, how does he compare to Thor? So, this was the full run I did. So, we went the 1,000 turns, right? We did 417 million damage. And we can see the damage here, the comparison. So here we can see the gap widened quite a lot, yeah? Atharion, 128 million. Tholan has 194 million. Venus, 27. Podrick, 4. Retrograph, 4. Now, here is the bad news. In terms of, it's good damage, but when we compare it to Thor, Thor's team did 470 million. Now, like I said, we're not making full use of Tholan's like extra turns from weaken. And Thor's decreased speed is probably a little bit helpful, but this is mostly a test of just raw damage with the same gear, the same everything. Thor is doing a little bit better. Actually, I guess one slight issue with Tholan as well, because of the weaken, he's going to have an issue stacking up Nature's Wrath as well. He's not going to be, he will stack it up, but it's going to be a bit slower. So that's going to nerf his damage a little bit too. I think even taking that into account though, I do think that Thor seems a bit better. Again, we can see Atharion, 128, Venus, 27. We swap to the Thor. Atharion is still 128, Venus still 27. So we got a very consistent run, very comparable. But nonetheless, Thor is coming out with about 10% more damage, roughly speaking, overall. So their damage is similar. but it does seem Thor wins, I think. Like I said, the team is a little bit more catered towards Thor than him, but still, it's close enough. So I do think he's very strong for Hydra, but he might not replace your Thor. I do think Thor is likely to be a little bit better, with a big, big caveat that if you don't have a weakened champion in your team, this guy surges in value. Okay. And I guess also worth pointing out that weaken is incredibly important. You could even change your team and you could ditch a champion that you were using for weaken and use him instead. So, for example, let's say instead of Venus or instead of Lydia, let's say that you're using a team with Ugo for decreased defense and block buffs. You put in this guy as your weaken champion, and that's a very, very strong combo. So yeah, I think in terms of Hydra, how good is he for Hydra? He seems very good, but maybe not quite as high raw damage as Thor. Again, my only concern is that maybe the blessing is throwing it off, but I guess actually we could take the blessings off, but I have no quick battles left. I didn't think of that until just now. But yeah, pretty similar to Thor, maybe a little bit weaker in terms of damage, but the weaken debuff, I mean, if he's doing 10% less damage, but you don't have weaken, sure, it's 10% lower, but then he increases not only his damage, but your entire team's damage by 25%. Obviously, Tholan is then ahead. So is he good at that? Yes, I think he is. Let's see then the event dungeon. So Hydra, he's good. He's actually pretty. I mean, I'm kind of like not saying he's amazing because I'm like, oh well, Thor is. We already have Thor, but like, I mean, Thor's pretty darn special. Let's be honest. He's on a similar. That he really is speaking in similar levels to Thor. Let's try the event dungeon. Let's see how he does here. I'm very, very curious. So I showed this team in a video yesterday. We showed it working with Marius. It worked with Thor. Wukong is ideal. And the goal of this is for stage 25 of the event dungeon. You do need very good gear. And in fact, I'll show you the build after this. And then we'll maybe try a little bit of arena, I suppose, see how he does there. But we can maybe try some faction wars hard as well if it's open on the test server. I don't know if it is. But yeah, the goal with this is to sort of kill these enemies as quickly as possible. And then this team should be good to make it through the boss Form 2 section for stage 25. This will not work on stage 28 or above. But we come in, we're going to debuff them. We obviously flip over because Countess Licks. I broke this all down in the video yesterday if you want to watch it. So here we go. We're going to buff up. One interesting thing, because he brings his own increased attack, he doesn't need to... it is worth noting that he doesn't need someone to give him increased attack, so you could easily replace the Mithrala with somebody else. That's interesting compared to the other damage. His damage, it seems, actually a tiny bit lower. I would looking at this right now, I think Sun Wukong would be a little bit better. Now, I think we're still going to be fine. But yeah, he didn't quite one-shot the wave. We'll run it again just to be sure. We're going to be a little bit slower. Now, it actually works out just fine. Oh, wow, he really smacks the boss. He really smacks the boss. Okay, and ally attack. He's actually going to be really good with ally attack as well because he's going to do the AoE. All right, now the boss is going to swap forms. And here he should be quite handy. Remember, the boss, we are blocking her buffs, but she does self-buff increase crit rate. He cannot be crit by the boss. That's important. So he'll actually be pretty survivable. If you don't have a good block buff setup for this boss, like we do here, he's going to be much better at surviving than other champions, which is actually pretty important. And also, she scales a lot off of attack, and he's going to nerf that. Ooh, big damage. Okay. I mean, he's viable, that's for sure. He's certainly viable. Back to the Abyss. Wow, he was going to do 1 million damage with that total. I mean, let's see that again. We got a nice 5-star rare accuracy piece. Game changer, of course. Yeah, interesting stuff. Okay. So yeah, he's pretty good. Now, one thing compared to Thor, actually, for this, if you're relying on using Thor, yeah, interesting. Okay, I'd actually maybe change one thing here. If you were relying on using Thor, Thor can weak hit because he's the wrong affinity. Wukong gets past it because his A2 splash damage doesn't crit anyway, so it's fine. But Tholan is the perfect affinity for these enemies. Not only are they bosses and minions, so he's getting all of his extra effects, but they're also all happen to be Corrupted Alliance, so he's doubly getting extra effects, as it were. Let's see here. The boss might actually outrun her block. Yeah, we're going to see an ally attack. He's killed him. Okay. The boss is probably going to outrun her block buffs, which is, well, it's not good. She's going to steal some stuff. So this could hurt quite a bit. So, yeah, slight problem. This particular team setup that I have done, I think we'd want to revive her in here. We'll see how well he's going to do. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. He's getting extra turns like a maniac. Whoa. What the hell just happened there? So I think, what did just happen there? I don't know. He's popping off with extra turns. He's smacking the boss. He's debuffing her attack, which is good because she's hitting him. Oh, yeah, he's tanking it just fine. No problem. No problem. We do have decreased attack out. He's lowered her attack probably at this point by, oh, wow, boom. Okay, cool. Is he good for the event dungeon? Yeah, he's great. He's really solid for it. We could improve this even more. Let's say you're not going to use him for Hydra. Because he's a little bit inconsistent with that weaken stacking, we could give him Soul Reap. Might be actually really juicy. I just want to try that. We could give him a relic as well. I guess we did run Sun Wukong with a relic. Let's do it. Let's unequip this. Let's go full YOLO. And let's see how he's going to do if we actually give him a relic. Yeah. How do you compare to Sun Wukong with a relic? I actually think he's going to be great. He might be, better than Sun Wukong, maybe here. This is curious. We give him the full treatment. Obviously, his damage for Hydra would go down without the Nature's Wrath. Damage go up with the Cat's Gaze, of course. The Soul Reap is not that good for Hydra, so... But it should be very strong for Faction War. Should be very strong for this dungeon. You should just kill the boss kind of early. So I'm really expecting him, with both Soul Reap and that Relic, that he should now just kill all these enemies, which should make life a lot easier. Oh, yes. Easily kills them. Fantastic. All right. So now this works. You can see this team work. Oh, he almost died. That was close. Okay. Ooh, that was very close to almost dying. Oh, no. Mithrala is not set up to do her... Wow. Mithrala should be set up to do her shield. I don't know why she didn't. We're going to be fine, though. Oh, man. He's just deleting this boss, huh? She's going to kill him now. But, no, never mind. He's got a shield. I think he lives. Yeah, Crown. He tanks it with the shield. That was close, though. that was very close. But, yeah, I mean, it works great. But, I mean, if you're a promo code player, him versus Sun Wukong. I don't know. Okay, that's interesting. We've got him set up for Arena now. We might as well try out some of that. And, oh, yes, we can try Faction Wars as well. Let me show you his build and what I would think about that. So I've given him 6 pieces of Merciless. He also has, like, a bit of Supersonic and Slayer. It's the Thor gear. I literally swapped my gear from Thor directly over to him. So... it's a fairly fair comparison overall. We've given him very good stats, mind you. He has huge base attack, guys. 1674. I've actually been able to push this as high as 9,400. He's got crazy attack right now. 200 speed, 360 crit damage. He actually has 300 accuracy, so even if they're not the right faction, he should still place the weaken a decent bit. It's the Thor gear, but, I mean, Thor, he's got almost 100 more attack than Thor. He's got lower speed, and he's a bit squishier, but he has more attack than Thor. So, yeah, you can scale his attack crazy high. He's got Cat's Gaze now. Like I said, for Blessings, Soul Reap is probably best for dungeons. Probably best for Faction Wars Hard. Probably the best for Arena. If you're running him for Hydra, though, and you're definitely using his weaken as well, then Nature's Wrath is going to give him 15% more damage at 5-star. This is going to be better. Of course, when you get him to 6, or if, I should say, you get him to 6-star, 6-star Crushing Rend would be pretty good. You'll ignore a lot of defense. That'll be probably even better for Faction Wars and Dungeons, and probably Hydra as well. Yeah, probably. For the Relic, anything giving him damage, Cat's Gaze really good. Arethi Coronet is good if you're going to be stacking up his weekends over time. So for Hydra, Arethi Coronet be really, really strong. And so on. Yeah, that sort of stuff. So, yeah, and the new damage relics, both of the new mythical relics from the Chaos Awakens event are really good. For his masteries, straightforward enough, giving him counterattack stuff. Pretty straightforward nuker things. We could arguably give him Methodical instead of Deterrence. But I think Deterrence for Arena should be pretty good. Right, let's try him first in Arena. Let's do a few Arena fights. I just need to make sure I actually have damage and stuff built. I'm not sure if I do. Right, we'll just go in with Lazarius. I've rebuilt Lazarius now on the live game. Okay, we've got a fast Lazarius. We'll go 1 and 2. And I guess we can flip him over and make him flip back, I suppose. That should be fine. Tholan, we're going to make sure he does his AoE. And I guess we'll set up that as a priority, and the rest should be fine. And yeah, let's go. I mean, I guess actually we should let's actually put in by rank. Let's put in a more recent fusion. Let's put in Fabian, make this more accessible than using a Yumiko. So Fabian, Sifi's just my fastest champ. Tholan, Lazarius, if you could just use Arbiter. I don't have Arbiter in gear though, so we'll just go in like this. I guess for the sake of it, we could go Arbiter. Let's actually do that. Screw it, right? Why not? Let's take this stuff, preset, save this as a global, and let's just slap it on Arbiter just to make it more accessible. Arbiter, there we go. He's got a better speed aura. So let's do it. Steal this stuff. She's actually, this is probably an upgrade. She's faster than him, so this is probably better. And of course, by farming event dungeon, it's filling up my... Look at this junk. Look at this junk we've got from the event dungeon farming. Oh my god, it's so bad. Right, let's equip that stuff. And let's put in Arbiter. In fact, I do wonder if we gave her Pinpoint, would she be faster? She should, in theory, be faster. Let's double check. I didn't realize my Arbiter is so fast, to be completely honest. Got a HP ring, a defense thing. Oh yeah, 232. That's fast. Great. Cool. I won't bother booking or anything. Actually, I think probably going to be a bit more useful than the Lazarius. So let's do this. We'll put in Arbiter, wherever she is. If only she was 6 stars, she'd be giga fast. Yeah, I mean, you know what we could even do? You know what we could even do, guys? To make it even more accessible. I don't know. Is this even accessible? We'll put in Freya instead as well. Let's go. Let's do Freya. And she can do sorts of... There we go. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Dun, 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 dun. How will he perform? I've got pretty high hopes for him. And my one concern is that he's going to be... We'll just manual this first fight so we can see. Okay, we are faster. Good. We'll lock him out. Actually, we're up against a similar sort of team here. I didn't realize that. We'll protect. Obviously, Freya will give him an extra... Oh, wait, what? Oh, that was a big counterattack. Oh, he's dead, but Freya saved him. Okay, we'll go in. His A1. Oh, we gave him an instant turn. Where everyone is getting instant turns everywhere. How did Fabian... Is Fabian not have gear or something? How did they not get their skills increased? That's bizarre. I'll double check that afterwards. It's highly unlikely he's got like a high resist Fabian. Anyway, everyone was sort of saving each other all over the place. His Fabian sort of wrecked me. Hopefully our Fabian will lock down his son Wukong. That would be helpful if it did. We'll see. Can we decrease her? Okay, we can decrease her turn meter. Good. Ow, we're super dead. Yikes. What happened there? What? How did... What? Let's try that again. One sec. Fabian, no, he's got 600 accuracy. Maybe we just got unlucky. I wasn't paying attention. I mean, let's find out. Let's see what happens. It's unlikely he's got a 700 resistance Fabian. So that is strange. Okay, we actually stripped all their stone skin this time. Okay, yeah. Wow, he's very squishy. This dwarf. I'm really noticing that he is super squishy. Oh yeah, he died. Freya just saved him with the instant turn. Now, he did a counterattack. He hit them very hard. That's a lot of damage. That's for sure. But yeah, Freya's a very nice combo with him. He seems very squishy. Very, very squishy. But he's got decent damage and lots of AoE damage as well. Okay. I mean, we can try this. We'll try it. Why not? This seems like it might go badly. 3 magic affinity. Oh, he's super fast as well. Well, luckily we can remove all those buffs, which is good. We do have a double. Oh, look. Oh my god. That was some damage right there. What the heck? Oh, and the double hit. He killed Rotus with a double hit. Wait, Frolny did like no damage. I don't know what happened there. Frolny just did no damage whatsoever. Back to the Abyss. Okay, his Frolny doesn't have gear. Maybe none of these champions have gear. No, he's got 700 player power. I mean, he probably is geared. How did we win that one? Okay. This guy, he's got pretty legit damage. Wow, okay. It's kind of interesting, huh? Right, she's buffing up. The double hit is nice. Look, oh, look at that. You guys see what happened there? What happened right there? Freya. Our Freya just saved him. Oh, he did survive as well. And he's counterattacked too. Oh, whoa! Freya saved their Marius, but because his AoE is a 2x hitter, his first hit killed Marius, triggered the Freya passive, and then went in. Wow, he is slamming it. Okay. Okay. Well, color me impressed. He's actually... okay, let's fight Scratch. Easy win, right? Easy win. I think we lose this one, but no, he's actually performing much better in Arena than I thought. He seems to work the deterrence mastery, I think, is working very, very well. Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with that. Oh, looks like he doesn't have gear on his Taurus. Okay, we might actually win. He's missing gear. Or we might get our buff stripped. Yeah, we just got our buff stripped. We could also run Lightning Cage, would be very strong for Arena. One nice thing, if he does get locked out, his A1 should, in theory, be very strong. Let's see. Okay, he did his A1, but he didn't place the weaken, unfortunately. Luckily, his Taurus doesn't have gear, so he's killing us very slowly. He's still... oh, he got an instant turn, but... Oh! Taurus is just playing with us. Yeah, okay, but we're dead. Okay, but, I mean, I don't think he's top tier in Arena, but he's pretty darn good, right? Top tier is... I mean, bearing in mind, top tier these days is like Marius, arguably Rotus might still be there, Siegfried is there, nice, you know, that's what I mean by top tier. Empress would probably qualify as well. Like, the top tier in the game for Arena damage has really gotten very high. This guy, he seems like he's got huge damage output, really, really strong damage. My main concern is that it's very difficult to keep him alive. He is also very good against being locked out, though, because his A1 is quite strong, especially if he gets lucky and he gets the weekend, gets some extra turns. Like, the dude can go kind of crazy. He self-buffs. He's doing so much damage. For Arena, you'd probably want to go 4-piece lethal, 4-piece stone skin. I will say that to try to keep him alive a bit more. But yeah, I mean, I think he's doing a great job. For Arena, I'm impressed. I've given him, obviously, incredibly good gear. And we've got a good team protecting him. But we're up against, well, I mean, you've seen as well in Arena. I could, you know, I often get asked this question on the test server. Nub, why don't you give him, you know, gear like a 6-month player would have in the game? And I mean, you can probably see why when you look at some of these teams why we don't do that, because, well, if I gave him gear like a 6-month player would have, you just see a whole string of defeats. We wouldn't be able to do anything. So there you go. Yeah. But it has to be said because it's a comment we get every time. Quick look then at Faction Wars Hard. He should be very strong. Let's see. Sure, let's try the boss. Sure, why the heck not? Now, my one concern, we might want a damage dealer with him. I don't know. Right, let's just go in like this. Hopefully they've got gear on. I don't know. Let's just try. If this fails horribly, I do apologize. Hopefully it won't. I guess we'll manually play it. And this will also be, I guess, your first time seeing a stage 21. Oh, yes, I should also mention that this stuff is very scary, by the way. In particular... Okay, well, yeah, we have to nuke this guy. Oh, my God. Never mind. We're in a little bit of trouble. We're in a little bit of trouble. Okay, we definitely want this on. See, this is the Okay, welcome to stage 20. Oh, yeah, welcome to this day. Oh, he's dead. Well, the rest of us lived, which is surprising. We can make Goffred very... no, it wouldn't help. See, the problem with it, let's do maybe the stage 20. For the sake of keeping this video shorter, maybe we'll just do stage 20. The problem there is you can't stun them. Ancora just removes all of your crowd control, no matter what. Ancora has a 100% chance to remove all crowd control. Yeah, which makes it difficult. Unless we're quick enough to kill her. But I don't have any turn meter boosters built for this. So we'll just keep it simple. We'll try stage 20. Yeah, I mean, you just have like 250 to 300 speed enemies on these waves. So it's, you know, c'est la vie. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, we're being solidly outrun here on stage 21 as well. I didn't do dwarves on the test server. Oh, okay, he's still alive, but it's not looking good. Oh, good counterattack though. We might want to actually just protect with him. Might be the better play here. Give him ally protection. Hopefully he won't die. Okay, we can AoE freeze them. And we can protect here. Yeah, I think it does seem to me that we can remove the decreased defense. Right, let's see how hard he's going to hit. Pretty hard. Right, we definitely want to get a bit of healing. Here we go. We can heal up here, get back to a healthy HP level, feel a bit better about ourselves. I'm going to keep him in Form 1. Let's just play through this stage and give you a sense for it. Sorry I couldn't show you properly the other stage, but I do think we would have just been wrecked. We get decreased defense right there. Okay, let's see his A2. They are frozen, so they will take less damage. Oh my god, he's just deleted him. Yeah, okay. Dude does a lot of damage. What can we say? He's no slouch when it comes to damage. And now that they've been controlled, his passive brought them back. That's a little bit suboptimal. See if we can freeze him. It's going to give him a bunch of buffs. Ooh, we're back to his... Let's actually do his A1. See if we get an extra turn. We did not. We better put ally protection on because Lazarius is potentially about to get a turn and we're not protected. So he can remove buffs. Let's actually stun them just for safety. Fantastic. Don't need to worry. I'm going to save this for... I'll give us the cooldown reduction, though. Don't need to heal. Okay, we're good. The tanky Lazarius. Very tanky Lazarius. But yeah, he's doing great damage. Obviously, he has a cat's gaze right now, and he's 6-piece Merciless. He's in very good gear, but he's doing respectable damage. I was hoping we get the decreased defense there. Bam, slams him down with the A1. I'm curious to see him get some of these free A1 activations. Hopefully we won't die on this wave. They're also very fast. Clearly gonna need to rebuild my dwarves, huh? Oh, that's very annoying. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was close. Saved. Wow, look at his counterattack damage. Holy. His A1 is just slamming through. That's beautiful. Got saved by Goffred. He's certainly squishy, as we've said before. He is squishy, there's no question. We could try to just delete Marius or something. Let's do that. Oh, easily delete him. I definitely do want to give us the block debuffs and all that stuff, because, yeah, they're going to start slamming us with some hits. Okay, we're healing up a little bit. Ooh, wow. Yeah, this is certainly spicy. Certainly spicy. Ally protection, keep us alive, please. We could not really much point in freezing. We'll just reduce our cooldowns a bit. Let's see if we can stun a couple of these guys. No? Okay, here he's gonna slam. Slam them. Whoa, yeah, that's the extra A1. Okay. I'm telling you right now, this guy, his damage is legit. I probably should have saved the heal, mind you. Let's freeze these guys. He gets an instant turn, which is slightly annoying. But not a big deal. Actually, you know what? YOLO, let's swap him over. Let's see if we can just clear this for fun. All right, push them all back. See if we can remove some of our debuffs because we got quite a few. I think this guy's probably the most dangerous. He does a whole bunch of really nasty counterattacks. Didn't quite kill him. Never mind. We did kill him. We sure did. Right, we want to kill her as well. What's their thing? Oh, keep all your champions above 75% HP. Well, we failed that. He's not particularly good for that condition. We'd want to bring in some stronger champs. But, I mean, we got close, I would say. We got close-ish. Let's see about trying to kill her. I mean, he's making Mafralny look bad. He really is doing a monstrous amount of damage. I really have to say, I'm quite impressed by the damage that we're getting out of him. So, actually, let's just do his A1, see if we get an extra turn. No, we didn't get an extra turn. We can get increased defense on everybody. We can slam down. I mean, he's making Fralny look like a chump. Making Fjorad look like a chump. He's crushing it. Right, we'll boost up. He's got decreased crit rate, sadly. But let's see. Bam, bam. And he's ramping up to an extra A1 just for fun. Just for good measure. Slam this in. Obviously, I guess his damage is going to look very bad compared to Fralny because Fralny was in his other form the whole time as well. It's not quite a fair comparison, but hey, look, here we go. It couldn't quite work on stage 20, but stage 21. But stage 20 for dwarves, we certainly had the problem that he got beat up and made us fail the condition. But can he do damage? Like, yeah, the dude, he can do a monstrous amount of damage. I think that sort of shows you what there is to show. So, in short, what do I think of Tholan? Very solid. Yeah, he's very solid. I guess, I was sort of, maybe in my head, I was getting a bit more hyped up about him. I think he's really good, but he's not, like, absolutely bonkers. in the sense of like compared to like mythicals, or like he's not quite as exciting as Thor was, I think, because Thor is Thor, right? That's just more fun. And Thor had a bit more wow factor. This sort of feels like Thor 2.0. He feels very solid. I guess the question, guys, after seeing the showcase, what do you think? Would you recommend him as a promo code for new players? Are you going for the fusion? What do you think? Let me know. I'm definitely going for the fusion. He seems great. He's a really strong damage dealer. Yeah, he maybe for me, he doesn't have the wow factor. Yeah, that's how I'd sum it up. He doesn't have the wow factor of Thor because it feels like just kind of another version of Thor almost. But the dude can do damage. He's super squishy, but he pumps out damage, like a lot of damage. That sort of sums it up. Lots of damage, but squishy. And he looks cool. So that's Tholin Foulbeard. What do you think, though? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.